And it's a hot one, everybody. Looking at going into the hundreds today. First day of summer for the organic life here. Welcome back to the show. I don't know how often I'm going to be able to bring you updates on the organic life and what's going on, but since it's getting hot, I figured I'd talk about watering. One thing our plants always need, because these beautiful fruits can't actually become beautiful fruits unless we actually water them. And unfortunately, a lot of places, a lot of areas, a lot of cities restrict our use of water. Like, for example, my city right now, we have a restriction on our water that actually tells us we can only water on Mondays, really, and the time limit is 12 o'clock p.m. to 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. to 12 midnight. And that's also on Wednesdays as well. So we have 2 days a week we're allowed to water. Getting a flyby by the popos. So I'm gonna wave. But 2 days a week. 2 days a week they tell us that we can water. Right now, it's about 11 o'clock in the afternoon, so I hope the popo didn't see me watering. He might come back and give me a fine for it. I don't know. But what am I supposed to do? My trees need their water. It's about to get hot. So I'm not sure. Honestly, I mean, we all have our gardens. We all have what we need to do. We have our grass that, as you can see, mine is dying. I mean, come on, I'm living the organic life with dead grass. Trying to get it to come back. It's time to start seeding and sodding myself. But I need water for my plants. I'm not going to get these juicy fruits without a little bit of water. See a little bit of splitting, but it's all, organic. These things need water. I gotta tend to them. I gotta take care of them. They need to grow, and without growing that water, then getting their juice in them, I'm not gonna have good fruit. I'm not gonna have that good vegetables. Kind of running behind on my vegetable garden, speaking of vegetables, but eventually I'll have that up going, and we'll talk more about irrigation and everything else, and actually getting water flow, and how to actually get it going. Most of my peaches have been eaten mostly by birds this year. The birds have enjoyed probably more of my peaches than I have. So I gotta start doing something about this stuff. But the water flow, I mean, these water restrictions to me is honestly is ridiculous. I don't know if there's restrictions in your area. If so, give me a comment. What's your restrictions? Do you have sprinkler systems? Usually what I do is I actually don't get into too much troubles. I haven't seen anything else. They send us the restriction and they tell us what the restriction is. But after that, it usually is just, this is the restriction, and we don't hear much else. We don't get fines, or they don't come around. We don't get questioned or anything else. So, I mean, maybe it is because I do just water by hand, and I try to stay within the limit of watering, and I don't try to overwater and flood out when I need to flood out. Like today, it's going to be over 110 degrees today. Going to be jumping into the pool. So who knows? I guess we'll just have to see by the end of summer what they actually say to me, if they say anything at all about my watering. But thank you all for joining me for the organic life and talking about watering, and what are your restrictions? What's going on in your area? Are you limited on your watering? Do you have to do certain things? Do you do techniques? One thing I do find very unfair is the fact that I'll go to schools and go around businesses and they're watering their sidewalks, but yet I'm restricted. So, I mean, these things are unfair. Come on now, we need to water our plants. Our plants should not be restricted for these businesses to water the sidewalks. Those sidewalks aren't going to grow themselves. So, you all have a good life and keep living the organic life. Later, guys.